welcome in Huntsville. Another wonderful good morning to you. Thanks for waking up with us.
What do you love about Huntsville? What makes this a great place to be?
Everyone here is very genuine and very kind and friendly. You never hesitate to speak up and say hello or good morning or just acknowledge the person walking by.
The thing that I love most about Huntsville, I love the peace that Huntsville brings. I love the peace that it gives me.
I feel accepted and part of the town and like I belong here.
Huntsville is where my lovely wife lived when I met her, so I moved here. So I'm pretty thankful for her.
All right.
We're bucking for you in Huntsville, Texas.
Hello, I'm Billy Cobbin, the Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home.
Hey, it's Kay Boning with Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools.
Good morning, Huntsville.
Good morning.
Hey, I'm Karen.
I'm Toy. And I'm Denise.
And from all of us at Walker County Federal Credit Union, good morning, Huntsville.
I just remembered I'm over here jamming out and Karen can't hear anything that I'm doing.
Yeah.
You probably look at me like, man,
I was thinking, okay, Rob's lost it.
Yeah. But I don't really care what people think, Karen, so it's okay.
Yeah. That's the best way to be. Just don't care.
It's all good. I love being here on Monday. I always love seeing you. Karen, so good to see you this morning.
Good to see you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Bright sunshine.
Yes, finally no rain.
That's right. And when Karen Denman walks into any room, it just lights up automatically.
Oh, yeah, right.
So there's a glow about Karen. And you know what? If you're having a bad day, you just go walk into Walker County Federal. You go through that door. You go immediately. Well, you don't go immediately, right? Because you'd run into the wall.
Right.
You go through
Past
one
the
door.
wall.
You go through a second door, then you look to the right, and then the rest of your day will be great.
Well,
So there
thank you.
go, Karen.
Thank you, Rob. I appreciate that.
We have to give Karen special props this morning. Not only is it a great Monday here on a non-mimosa Monday, one day that's going to turn into a real thing, but it's also birthday celebration week.
It is.
So,
It is. Thursday's my birthday. So,
39 and holding coming up soon. So
Yes.
we're excited. We're going to be celebrating. And so we've made the keyword this week, a special word that you're going to have to just, you know what it is? Well, you're just going to have to wait and find out. We got a great show lined up today. Before we get started, we'll just do our routine. And we don't ever want to just, I don't want to say routine like we just run through this because it's very important. But whenever you hear us talk about folks on the show, can you do us a favor and please support them? One of them is Paul Oley of the Gallery. Paul, good morning. We love you, man. He's already joining in saying, Merry Monday. I like that. Good morning, Huntsville. So, Paul, good morning to you. He knows he waits for us to say, we love you, Paul.
Mm-hmm.
So now
We do love you, Paul.
You know, he used to tell me that he'd listen to the show and put his phone in his pocket while he was feeding the horses in the morning. And now he joins right away because he knows that we're going to give him that greeting.
Yep.
So, good morning to you, Paul. Paul Oley, the Gallery, for all of your custom photography, framing, and more. Please go by and visit my good friend Paul Oley. And there goes my little.
There goes your round to it.
Well, good thing I got a highlighter I can play with. Also want to give a big thank you this morning to our great friend Elliot Herzlich of Elliot's Jewelers, online at elliotsjewelers.com for all of your jewelry needs. Another great friend of this community and so many, Elliot Herzlich. Herzlich. Please check him out online as well. Again, Elliott'sJewelers.com, and set up that appointment. He's over at the First National Bank building for all of your jewelry needs. Again, Elliott Herzlich. And, of course, here on this magnificent, marvelous, masterful Monday, nobody better to hang out with on a Monday than our great friend, Karen Denman, and our friends from Walker County Federal Credit Union. They are your experts financially here in Huntsville for all of your needs. And I always say if they can't help you with something financial, they're going to send you in the right direction. We set up our joint bank account.
Yes.
Let me ask you a question. Let's just jump into this conversation,
Okay.
Karen. Do you recommend that married couples have a joint bank account, or should they keep their finances separate? I don't want to get in trouble with anything, but I wanted to ask you, what is your take?
Well, I'm probably not the best one to ask. As you know, I'm not married.
Well, but you're the financial expert. Let me ask you this then: what would you do?
I probably would not.
Would not.
Yes,
Okay.
would not.
Okay. So
Yeah.
So we want to. That's our question this morning.
But I mean, everyone's different, and so some people might think that having one together is the best idea, and some not. So just whatever fits for you.
We set one up, and neither of us have put anything into it yet. I'm like, I don't know about this, and I'm the one that had the idea. So that is the question this morning. Even if you're not married, what is your opinion? And if you're not married, would you set one up? Karen said no, she wouldn't. She doesn't reckon. She says no. What would you say? Do you have a joint bank account, or do you just keep it separate? Is your money your money? I ain't got no money for yo, honey. Is that your
Right.
mindset? So we'll determine that. My thought process was, Karen, that we do this so we can keep each other accountable. Because I'm sitting here in my account and I've got bills to pay, and then all of a sudden I notice these little shipped orders come through because Bridget likes to order, and I started doing the math on this, and it is a little bit more expensive to order from these delivery services. But when you think about the time and the gas and all that,
That's true.
it's really not that bad. But I'm sitting here and I'm like, oh, cool, I got to pay the electric bill. And then all of a sudden,
cool.
oh, cool, got to pay it. Great. And then I go to pay it, and guess what? There's like $180 out of my account because of groceries. And which I'm not complaining. We need groceries. So I started thinking maybe we should just do this joint bank account so we know each other knows.
Then you have to remember to tell the other what you spent so that you know. And
Yeah.
So that's why I say just keep it separate.
Keep it separate. All right. Well, we want to know, what is your thought this morning? All you got to do is text us in or message in and let us know. Hey, we got a really great show lined up today. We have some friends joining us from Team Rubicon, and if you've never heard of them, I didn't know about them until I was helping our great friend. Keep saying great friend because everybody in Huntsville is a great friend.
They are. Everyone here is a great friend.
I've said that like 100 times this morning. But good people, Blaine and Sherry McAdam, they live out near Northside Baptist Church, and their house got flooded as well. And so we had assembled a team, and some folks went out there last week to help out on Wednesday. And that's when I heard about this Team Rubicon. Well, here's really cool how God works, Karen. And He works in wonderful, mysterious ways. So I'm sitting there, we're helping Blaine. Blaine mentions Team Rubicon. Well, then I get a message from Cherie Brabbitz over at Carolina Creek. And she goes, hey, I've got this great group that I think needs to be on your show. Guess who it was?
Rubicon.
Team Rubicon. When I hear Rubicon, I think of Jeep. I'm like,
Yep.
Cool, man. I said, is this a Jeep club? I didn't know what they were. But they go in and they help out folks throughout the area after natural disasters such as the flooding. And so we're going to learn more about their organization this morning and what they're doing to help folks right here in Huntsville, Texas. And so we're really looking forward to having them on this morning. And then we're just going to keep celebrating all the good things that are happening. I want to remind you, our friend Cooter is doing a little bit better, but we want folks to come and sign that card. Can you tell us about that, Karen?
Yes. We've got a huge poster card on my desk at the office at Walker County Federal Credit Union. If you're not able to come by and sign it, please text me or call me. Let me know what you'd like for me to write, and I will write it on there, a message from you. But we'd like to get the card filled up.
Yeah, I want to get that delivered. I want to do it last week, but we still want some more signatures on there. So we want to let you know, please go and send your best wishes to Cooter. And if you listen to him, so many of you did for so many years, just go by and show a little support. You know, I really wanted that to fill up and to have a lot of names on that. And Karen is going to write in different handwriting styles too, so it won't look.
I'll try.
So, do you ever write with like your right hand and are you right-handed?
I'm right-handed, so I always write with my right hand.
I try to write.
You wouldn't be able to read it if I tried to write with my left hand.
I try to write with my right hand. It's horrible. It's like I used to say this when I was growing up. Now, Mom, I'm not mad at you, but we just didn't have the resources for it. I'm not upset. I didn't even think about it. And I know my parents did, but it's expensive. Braces are expensive. I didn't get braces until I was in my mid-20s. I used to bite into a hamburger, man, and it wasn't a crescent moon. It looked like Jaws bit into that thing. So I finally got braces.
I had braces too, so I
When
get
did
it.
you have them? When you were younger?
In high school.
High school?
Most all of high school. Freshman through junior year.
You didn't have did you have the headgear?
No.
Oh, man. You know, good thing we didn't have that.
Yeah, I didn't have that.
I was in my mid-20s when I got, and I actually enjoyed it. I had the expander where you had this little thing that you cranked, and but I'll never forget when I was eating brisket one time and I got brisket in my braces. So, all right. Well, hey, your mama's joining us. Good morning, Joy.
Good morning, Mama.
Mama Joy says have both joint and individually.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So,
you have one that you share and then one that you just keep your own little personal stash in.
I would assume, speaking of stash and joint accounts, I'm assuming a lot of people in Colorado probably have a lot of joint accounts.
Yes,
Karen,
I'm sure they do.
A lot of joint bank accounts up there in Colorado. I just said that because a friend of mine from Colorado is joining. Kyle Kreiner, the brisketeer of Huntsville, is with us. And Kyle had a bunch of briskets that he was looking to sell off this weekend. I didn't see it till after the fact, and he sold those. Rick Boning got 2 of them.
I saw that. I saw Rick's post.
Yeah. We're just wanting to know, where are the brisket breakfast tacos?
Yep.
That's all we've been asking for. That's, we haven't asked for anything in weeks on the show, Karen. If somebody, let's just...
Except for mimosas, which we still don't have, by the way.
It's not happening. Let's put money aside and let's put big ticket items aside when you think about this question. If somebody could bring something in here, Karen, what would you want them to bring? Now, it can't be money. It can't be a new car, nothing like that. But what would you want someone to bring in here?
Mimosas. I tell you that every Monday, Rob.
She's very serious about it. I should have zoomed in on her camera. I was like, mimosas. Now.
I say every Monday.
Speaking of which, summer's here.
Summer's here. Pool season is here. And I'm so excited.
That's what the glow is.
Yes.
It's the summer pool series at Karen Denman's place. Main Street has the Main Street music series. Karen has the summer pool series.
Right.
So,
y'all come on over.
When did that start? This weekend? Last weekend?
This weekend. Yeah, this weekend.
It was it was like 90 degrees yesterday.
Yeah, it was awesome yesterday.
I posted Karen, you're going to laugh at this, but please don't make fun of us because Bridget wanted to go. We have the neighborhood pool, and I just didn't feel like being around a ton of people. You ever get that vibe like you just kind of want to do things on your own, right? Well, sometimes.
Oh, how cute.
But let me show you this. I just have to do this real quick. Here was our pool. Bridget decided there was this thing that kind of went viral on one of those social media sites. I don't know if it was TikTok or Twitter or what it was, but they had these pools at Sam's Club for like $40, and they went viral. A lot of people started buying them. Well, Bridget saw one the other day, and she bought it. And it's a little inflatable pool. I say little, it's like 10 feet wide, actually. Oh. And so this morning, or not this morning, I'm showing the picture. Saturday, I aired that thing up with a compressor, and we had a little pool party in the driveway.
Awesome.
So yeah, we did it right there in the front, did it right there in the driveway, and it was a lot of fun. So that's what we did on Saturday, and we had a great time in the pool. Mm-hmm. Bridget wanted to go to the big pool, and I was just sitting there thinking, like, I don't know if I feel like going to the big pool. I just didn't want to be around a bunch of people.
Yeah.
We did our own thing and sat in the front yard. The neighbors were driving by because the whole backyard is completely flooded. And
your backyard is still...
it's just muddy. It's nasty. And so, anyways, we aired that up and had a good time.
Well, good.
So. All right, friends. Well, here is the keyword reveal. Drum roll. I don't know do we have a drum roll, Karen? Hold on. Oh, there we go. That's kind of like a joke, though.
Well, I can't hear it.
Yeah, never mind. It wasn't. It was like a toot. See this?
Oh, there. Okay.
Yeah, that's
really good enough.
Yeah. So here is the keyword this week. And it's in honor of a very special person celebrating their 39th birthday.
again.
How about celebrate? So the keyword this week, celebrate. We're going to give away a $25 gift card to our friends at Cafe Texan. And all you got to do is text in that keyword, celebrate, on the 0 Degree Creations phone and text line at 936-339-0139. Again, that number, 936-339-0139. Text in celebrate, and we'll pick our winner at the end of the show. As always, Mondays brought to you by Walker County Federal Credit Union. They've been serving Walker County since 1957. They are your full-service community credit union, and guess what? They are also the best of Huntsville. Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you, Huntsville. We appreciate that.
So the best of Huntsville, best credit union in town, and I can say it with confidence because I've got all my accounts there and a couple of loans, Walker County Federal. We'll take a break. I've got to listen at your national news. Our friends from Team Rubicon join us when we come back. Stay with us. More to come. This is your show on a Monday. This is Good Morning Huntsville.
USA News, I'm John Schaefer. Donald Trump hinted that he's prepared to face jail for his principles.
This judge has given me a gag order and said you'll go to jail if you violate it. And frankly, you know what? Our Constitution is much more important than jail. It's not even close.
Speaking after his trial was adjourned for Monday, Trump criticized the judge who warned him about potential jail time for violating a gag order by discussing witnesses in the case. He argued that the prosecution requested an additional 2 to 3 weeks to present their case, claiming that it should have already concluded and that his trial for hush money crimes is politically motivated. Reuters has reported that Israel has deemed the ceasefire proposal agreed to by Hamas as unacceptable. According to an Israeli official, Hamas approved a softened Egyptian proposal that Israel found unacceptable. The deal was brokered by Egypt and Qatar. Israel had earlier claimed to have made serious concessions towards a ceasefire and blames Hamas for the ongoing bloodshed. President Biden directly urged Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu to refrain from a major military operation in Rafah during a phone call Monday.
Now, as you know, the president talked with Prime Minister Netanyahu this morning. The call lasted about 30 minutes and was constructive.
National Security Council spokesman John Kirby said that the president is opposed to a ground offensive in the southern Gazan city due to the risk to civilians. However, operations in Rafah seem imminent as Israel has ordered the evacuation of over 100,000 people from the city, which initially served as a haven for Palestinians fleeing northern Gaza. Pro-Palestinian protests disrupted graduation ceremonies Monday at Pomona College in California. Around 5 a.m., several dozen activists set up an encampment on and around the commencement stage. They vowed to block the ceremonies until the school agreed to divest from companies with ties to Israel. This is USA News.
The inventor and CEO of MyPillow is always looking for ways to solve everyday problems. Have you ever picked up a towel set because it felt really soft in the store, but then when you go to use it, it's not very absorbent? It's basically a towel that's leaving you out to dry. That's why MyPillow has developed the MyPillow towels. Towels that work. I know, it's mind-blowing. Towels that actually dry you. The 6-piece towel set includes 2 bath towels, 2 hand towels, and 2 washcloths. They come in a variety of colors, and right now you can receive a 6-piece set for only $39.98 with promo code USA. Go to MyPillow.com right now and click on the radio listener special. MyPillow products come with a 10-year warranty and they have a 60-day money-back guarantee. To receive this amazing offer on the 6-piece set of MyPillow towels, just go to MyPillow.com. Click on the radio listener special and enter promo code USA or call 800-951-8175. That's MyPillow.com. Promo code USA.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union, and our business is helping you take care of your business. In addition to personal accounts, Walker County Federal Credit Union also offers business accounts and business lending for commercial customers. We're devoted to taking care of the needs of our individual members and helping our business members with their financial success, too. Call us today and find out how easy it is to work with Walker County Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment is within reach through their Texas DPS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram, or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
Hi, I'm Billy Cawthon, manager of Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home. We know times of loss are tough, and you need a place to feel comfortable and cared for. At Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, we pride ourselves on being with you during those really tough days. You can rest assured that we will be on your side and by your side every step of the way. Thank you for your trust. Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home, supporting families every day, every step.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com. Huntsville, welcome back at it. Time now is 7:55, and the good news is if you have to be at work at 8 o'clock, well, you still got time to get to work. Nobody's getting fired today. Welcome back at it here on a magnificent, marvelous Monday morning. We are so thankful to have new friends on this show, and, you know, we talk a lot about what's going on right here in Huntsville. We have a lot of people from Huntsville, but every once in a while we are so blessed to have somebody from not in Huntsville. And today we have a good friend, a new friend, joining us here that is all the way from one state over, just to the, just
in Bossier, Shreveport, Bossier, so I'm
just right now. You know,
me kind of maybe a cousin Texan.
Yeah, hold on one second, Tricia. I made a mistake here. You know, this is like on the fly. There we go, Tricia.
No.
There we go.
Here
gotcha.
I am.
We
Hey, guys.
We didn't even have the video on her. See, we did this on purpose because we knew that there was going to be a little bit of a technical glitch. So welcome in. Tricia Cartinez joining us this morning from where at in Louisiana?
Shreveport, Bossier.
Shreveport, Bossier. Brought a little casino with her this morning. So.
I sure did, yeah. I don't go myself, but yeah, I brought the little vibe maybe.
Awesome. Well, Tricia is with Team Rubicon, and we'll tell the story in a minute. But as a first-time guest on this show, see, we have something here in this community, our prison system, TDCJ, Texas Department of Criminal Justice. And you'll hear throughout the day, I think it's like 3 horns, and that's just a count call to make you hear the horns all over town, and that means all is clear. Basically means nobody's escaped.
Mm-hmm.
You would think it would be the other way around if you hear the horn, somebody has escaped. But this is the way it works. So Karen has already put in the call for us to TDCJ this morning because we also blow a horn here, and we don't want to mess up the count call.
Okay.
So 2 toots on the horn. I just like saying 2 toots for our friend Tricia this morning. Here we go.
I love it.
Welcome in.
Thank you.
This horn, by the way, courtesy of Rick Boning and our friends at Tomorrow's
Hey,
Promise.
thanks, Rick.
So, well,
that
really,
made my morning start out right.
we got
Thanks,
it going
Rick.
this morning. Well, Tricia is with an excellent organization called Team Rubicon. And here's how, this is cool. You know, this is really cool how God works. So we're helping a family out. The McAdam family, Blaine and his wife Sherry, just wonderful
Blaine
folks.
is the sweetest.
Well,
yes.
It's a really cool story. So we're helping Blaine, and Blaine says, like, Rubicon came in and helped me out. I'm thinking, Rubicon, I used to have a Jeep, so I'm thinking, man, all right, we got some Jeep Club coming in.
Yeah.
That's not what
Pretty
it is.
tight community, you guys.
But here's what was cool. We're helping Blaine, and he mentions this Team Rubicon came in and helped with demucking, getting rid of all the just the nasty dirt and mud and all that stuff that happens from flooding. And just a couple of days after that, I get a text message from Cherie Brabbit saying, you know what? There's a group that's in town that I think you need to highlight by the name of Team Rubicon, and they're helping flood victims in our community. Well, guess what? Here we are. There's the connection.
Here we are.
So,
yes.
Well, Tricia, give us a little background about you. We always like to get to know our guests first before we dig into the organization, but we already know you're, from Louisiana. Give us a little bit of your background.
I'm from actually a tiny town in Louisiana, really close to the Texas border. I don't know if you guys are familiar with Toledo Bend.
Okay.
And I was a dental assistant, and I'm retired from that occupation. And I just kind of, my kids are grown, and I'm a little bit of a gypsy. And I had a friend that was a member of Team Rubicon, and he told me, he said, hey, this is, a wonderful organization. They would I think you'd really click with them. Signed up, went on my first, as we call, operation to help the flood victims in Kentucky a couple of years ago. Another devastating flood. And when I got back from that operation, spending time with those other gray shirts and we call each other gray shirts. I should say volunteers. Spending time with the volunteers and the families in Kentucky, I just became addicted to the work, immediately. And now I'm passionate about the families in Walker County.
And so that's just kind of, I love, whenever we have guests, I love hearing the willingness to serve. There was a call, you answered it, friends connected you, and here you are a few years later, and you've helped folks out in Kentucky, and I'm sure other places as well. And we've had such tragic flooding here in our area. It's just crazy to think about. And when these storms come through, it's not just a half an inch or an inch. It seems like it's 6. We just had another one here a few days ago again, which is just unimaginable. 30 inches of rain here in the last month and a half or so, which is crazy to think about. But Team Rubicon has came in, and you guys started helping out. How did you get and we'll talk more about what Team Rubicon is here in just a moment, but I'm kind of going from backwards to forwards. But how did y'all get the call? How did you know that this was going on?
So it's actually, this is pretty interesting. Normally when we respond to a disaster, it's covered all over the news, right? And emergency managers in counties and states, they kind of were on the radar, and they'll call out for help. And, will show up and assist. But this time, we actually have a volunteer from around the Austin area, and she does swift water rescue. So she's in with all the emergency managers. They know her really well. And they actually reached out to her personally. And she got a team of volunteers, Team Rubicon volunteers together, about 3 of them. They drove up here, saw the extent of the damage, reported that back to our national headquarters in LA, and said these people need help. So this time it was a personal request from someone who knew a volunteer, and
you guys loaded up and got here.
When she saw the needs that needed to be met, she put the call out. Yeah, that's how we got here.
Tell us a little bit more again. Tricia Cartinez joining us this morning from Team Rubicon, and they go in and help communities during these type of events. Let us know a little bit more just about Team Rubicon, because this isn't just a local type organization. You just mentioned headquartered out of LA. So give us kind of the full rundown of Team Rubicon and how you guys got started and just more about what y'all do.
This is my favorite. That's why I had to take a drink of water.
That's all right.
So in 2010, when the earthquakes happened in Haiti, there was a Marine veteran named Jake Wood and a friend of his, another veteran, William McNulty. They were watching the news and they were seeing how those victims were not getting aid. And they thought, we have the skills from our military training, the background, the ability, and the desire to serve those people. So they gathered a few other veterans, a couple of medical staff. They bought as many medical supplies as they could carry, and they made their way in to Haiti. Kind of focused on the areas that the government didn't want to go into and help. Had a kind of hard time getting into there at first because the really tight community. But once they saw the work that was happening, they really accepted Jake Wood and his little ragtag group that he had pulled together. And they stayed, I couldn't tell you how long. And when Jake got home, he started thinking, we have needs here too. There's needs all over. And from 2010 until our anniversary in 2020, it went from a few friends to now we have 150,000 volunteers worldwide. There is actually a Team Rubicon Canada, Team Rubicon New Zealand. Wow. So we're a worldwide
organization.
Sorry,
I'm pulling up stuff while you're chatting. So.
Oh, yeah, our website. Can I plug it?
Yeah, absolutely. We're showing this on the screen.
TeamRubiconUSA.org. And I tell you, if you would like to really hear some amazing stories and some heartwarming stories, we have a documentary series on Roku. And it shows you, it gives you insight into what we actually do with the homeowners. It tells you the history. And we also have some pretty cool videos on YouTube too that just go over the history and what we do. And we saved they found that homeowner was in Florida that you saw with the flag, and he thought he had lost it. Wow. It was his grandfather's, and we found it and had it taken to the American Legion, and they cleaned it in the proper way and presented it back to him.
Wow, that is amazing.
Yeah.
Well, it's really cool. Again, Tricia Cartinez joining us this morning from Team Rubicon. They are here in our area helping folks from the recent flooding. I already mentioned the McAdam family. You guys went in and did some mucking, I know, in his wood shop there, cleaning out tools and all that. maybe give us some details on just how you guys are directly serving families such as the McAdam family here in our community.
I would love to talk about the Walker County residents because they're wonderful. Wonderful. I have met some amazing people this week. So, yeah, just from everyone's damage is about the same. I don't know if you saw Blaine's house after the storm, but, just from the sitting water, the furniture needs to be removed, the flooring, the walls where they're saturated. And when that happens, if it's not removed, then it's dangerous with mold and things like that. So we try to get in and remove all that because there are companies that come in and charge to do that. So if we can come in and do that at no cost, then they can save that money and use it to rebuild.
And that was kind of my next question. When you call these companies to come in, they're charging, but you guys operate as a humanitarian organization, a nonprofit, helping folks. And so how many folks have y'all been able to help here, throughout Huntsville and Walker County? I'm assuming in Huntsville, but also probably just around here, right?
We're our main operating area just from assessment of needs and also economic needs, in areas and communities where people don't really have insurance or resources, I got off topic.
No, it's all right. We were just talking about where, different
so
folks. So
we're a little bit north. Are you familiar with Carolina Creek
absolutely.
Church Camp? So we're just working at a little bit north of Huntsville in that area. I would be lying if I tried to tell you the names of the roads because there are still homes we can't access. In response to your question, how many families have we helped? I got here at the end of, we call them waves, at the end of the first week. So I wasn't here working with them those 7 days. I know they completed, I think, about 10 work orders, which is 10 families that we helped. And so based on that, the command and general staff looked at the needs that were still unmet in the community and put a call in to headquarters in LA and said, look, we can't pull out. We estimated a week, but we undershot it. We can't pull out. Can we get the funds together to extend this 2 more weeks? And can we also get flights donated to start flying volunteers from all 50 states so that we can have...
How cool is
we're
that?
We're going to be running at about a 30 volunteers for the next 2. They won't start flying in until Tuesday, Wednesday.
See, I think the way that you're, and I'm not trying to cut you off, Tricia, but I'm just thinking because it took a while for the federal assistance to finally, for things to happen. We don't get political on the show. I'm not going down that rabbit hole. I'm just saying it took a while, but the federal assistance, they finally declared, hey, this is a federal, deal, and that's good for a lot of families too that don't have the flood insurance and those kind of things. But it just goes to show. You guys get here and think, hey, we're only going to be there a week. And so that was kind of the mindset. People didn't realize how bad it is until they actually got here. And when you have
second rain and the third rain.
And that's the problem. When you have folks making decisions that are 1,000 miles away, they're not here on the ground like y'all, and you see it firsthand. And I love the fact that you came and your group came and you saw it firsthand. You said, you know what, this isn't going to be enough. We need to be here longer. And that's what this community needs. And just me speaking on behalf of several families that I know, and one family in particular that you guys have helped, it's so appreciated to have folks come in from outside the community and say, you know what, we know there's a need right here in Walker County. We're going to come here and help these folks. And it's such a blessing to have y'all here. Maybe talk about some of the cleanup that you guys do. What types of cleanup are you doing? I know just cleaning items, just maybe go into details about that.
Our capabilities, when we go in, our capabilities and within our scope of work is remove all the furniture from the home. Because during a flood, unfortunately, a lot can't be saved once it's had that much water in it, I don't care how much you dry it out, the mold's already set in within 24 hours. So we go into these homes and remove all of the furniture and appliances. And I don't know if you're aware, but there is a way to, I don't know if you've seen any of the muck outs that we've done, but you sort the trash into, appliances, vegetative debris, non-vegetative debris. And it has to be so far off the road, but not in the ditch. And I don't know if you know, but Walker County has contracted some grappling trucks to come in and manage that debris. Because where is all that debris going that we're pulling out those homes? So once we get the furniture out, if there's carpeting, obviously it has to come up, and the padding, and the drywall. If water stood in the house, then we don't remove the entire section, the entire wall of drywall, because that would be really expensive. Only the water damaged areas. So on outside of the home, trees down, and what we're seeing here is the water was flowing so fast. Residents have other people's furniture, they don't know where it came from. And so some homes, all that's needed is just the washed up items, moved to the curb. We do the heavy lifting. We have some very talented sawyers in Team Rubicon who are trained well. We can do good tree work, tree removal, hazardous tree removal. Now, if there is not a lot of tree work, we try not to deploy sawyers because, if there's only one or two trees. One of our 7 cultural principles is your mom's a donor, right? We don't spend funds that we don't have to. But one of our capabilities is, tree removal, tornadoes especially. I mean, it's just down trees everywhere. And we'll have teams of sawyers just taking this huge pile of what looks like a mangled tree down to nothing in hours. We do have a rebuild program. It's for communities where, like, the homes were just completely demolished. We do not demolish homes. And actually, we're a humanitarian organization, so we do go into, like, Navajo Nation and help at hospitals, things like that, immunizations, clean water programs, things like that. So when there's not a disaster and we're not responding to homeowners in need, we stay busy. We call it our blue skies period. So when there's not a storm and it's not gray skies, we have blue skies. So we can serve during blue skies. We don't just respond to disasters. I'm actually what's called a leader in the area I'm from, and I do service projects every month. And I have one we're doing right now. It's a home for homeless vets, and the man who started it, he bought 2 old homes that he could afford, and they're each 100 years old. And so me and my volunteers every month, we go and just work on those homes. And so Team Rubicon is more about responding to a disaster. And also, I will tell you, a big thing for all of us, in addition to, or almost more important than getting those homes back together, is letting you guys know that we're here for you and that you're not forgotten, and to listen to the homeowner's story, because a lot of times they haven't spoken about it and they may not want to, but when we show up and they see kind of the light at the end of the tunnel, like, I have help, they're not as overwhelmed, and they immediately, you can see them start to decompress and start to tell their stories.
Yeah.
And that's a big thing with us. I mean, we'll spend hours. We don't care how much work you need. If you want to sit and talk.
But sometimes that's all they need, yeah.
And just, even if their home is out of scope of what Team Rubicon can do, if nothing else, let it out. Let us hug you.
And you'll get that in Huntsville. We say that.
And I have been, and I'm so
this
glad.
This is a hugging community.
I am so glad you guys accept it, because some areas I go into and I just lean in for that hug, and it's kind of like that. But, oh, no, I've been getting some amazing hugs. And
yeah,
I call that my pay. That's what I get paid in.
I love that.
Hugs.
Well, we appreciate Tricia and Team Rubicon for coming here to serve our community. I'm not putting down any other organization by saying this.
No, not at all.
But I just don't know if there's been any other national organizations that have had Walker County on their radar, and Team Rubicon has been that organization that says, you know what, we're going to come into this community, we're going to help these folks, we're going to love on them, and we're going to give them a little bit of hope and what could be one of the most trying times. So
yes.
we were helping a family.
Yes.
I wish I would have known about you guys, because we were helping a family at our church. We organized a cleanup day. There's been a lot of great local volunteers too that have in churches and organizations getting involved. But we were helping a family. They had to be water rescued, 2-month-old child and 2 other children as well. And their house is probably going to have to be tore down. It's just it's hard to salvage that type of damage. They had 4 feet of water up over the windows in this house. Yeah. But here's Team Rubicon coming in and saying, you know what, we're going to help. And Tricia, I love that. If folks, there may be somebody this morning that's watching, is tugging at their heart a little bit to say, you know what, I want to help this organization. I'm sure that folks can help and donate and those kind of things. Can you enlighten us on some of that?
Certainly, please. We work solely off donations. And they can go to our website, teamrubiconusa.org, and be directed to, like, if you're someone like me, I can't afford to throw money at a disaster, but I can afford to give my time and my limited skills, but skills. So if you want to help, if you want to sign up, everyone's invited. We would just love to have you. Just sign up real quick. There's a quick little background check, because one thing about us is when we deploy, we're not staying in hotels. I mean, that's Mom's money. Mom's a donor. We're not going to waste it. We're put up by just good folks who will have us. We're blessed this time to be at Carolina Creek Camp. They have spoiled us. Those are very nice accommodations, but it's purely donations. But we will take some muscle too if you feel like giving back in that capacity. And when I tell you, you'll get addicted to the feeling. We like to say it's heart work, not hard work.
I love that. A little heart work going on this morning. So, teamrubiconusa.org is the website. For those of you listening on Spirit Radio FM and our audio-only channel this morning, we want to let you know to please go to the website. I know those that are listening on the audio can't see it, but across social media you can. But again, that website, teamrubiconusa.org. And our friend Joy, Karen's mom, said, we will put your organization on our prayer list at church. And so that is wonderful.
Please do. Thank you so much.
Well, Tricia, such a privilege to have you on this morning. And please keep us up to date. And if there's maybe there's somebody out there needing help this morning to get started, just go to their website, teamrubiconusa.org, and they will connect you and let you know, hey, here's what we can and can't do. I know you guys are straightforward with people, and wherever you can help, you will help.
We do.
It's much appreciated.
I would like quick thing that people may not know about. There is a program, called Crisis Cleanup. If you go into Crisis Cleanup, create an account, put in your address, you will be put on a list for Walker County, and that's where we get some of our leads. We have, I think it's 100 folks right now, a list that one of your emergency managers gave to us, and we've been working our way through that list. You can designate what type of assistance you need, so that we can kind of say, okay, this is something we can't do, but we'll still reach out and call them. But just go on Crisis Cleanup. And Team Rubicon's not the only organization that looks at that list. Any nonprofit can look at that list and say, hey, this is within our scope. Because I've had a couple of people ask if we can bring in heavy machinery. Well, that's one of our capabilities, but we have to have it donated by a case dealership. But there are organizations in crisis cleanup who can. Now, I don't know how often they check, but that is a resource. I would definitely tell people, sign yourself up on crisis cleanup, if nothing else, to get on someone's radar. And kind of the more we can show that the needs are met here, the more organizations we can get. And I know there is one other. I spoke to a homeowner and asked her if her needs were met, and they were met by another fairly large organization.
Great, that's good.
Yes. I don't want to plug them, but they're great guys,
Yeah.
but they're here helping too.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, awesome. Well, Tricia, thanks so much for coming on. Big thanks to Cherie for bringing you guys to our attention.
Yes.
And definitely a friend of our community now, forevermore, and whatever we can do to help promote the good that you guys do. And that's what we do on Hello Huntsville, is promote the good in the community. That's kind of our tagline, and you guys are the good, helping out right now. So.
That's it. We're all about it.
Awesome.
Just thank you for having us. Honestly, hey, if I've met you throughout the week and hugged you, if I haven't and you see me around town, give me a hug. I love it.
Yeah, just don't tackle her, all right?
Love it. I don't know. I'm pretty scrappy. I'm a little scrappy.
Well, Tricia, thanks so much. God bless you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Rob.
Tricia
Yeah,
here with
y'all
us,
have been great.
and you can find out more information again on their website at teamrubiconusa.org. We'll take a quick break. Do want to remind you we're giving away a little Cafe Texan gift card today, and all you got to do is text in the keyword "celebrate" as we are celebrating Karen Denman's birthday week. It's a party here in Huntsville for Karen. And all you got to do is text in "celebrate" along with your name on the 0 Degree Creations phone and text line. That number, 936-339-0139. As always, our wonderful, marvelous, magnificent Mondays brought to you by our friends at Walker County Federal Credit Union. They've been serving this area since 1957. We'll take a brief break. We'll be back in a moment. More to come. Stay with us. Hey, we got a lot to talk about with Karen when we come back. This is your show. It's Good Morning Huntsville here on a Monday.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas, Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union, and our business is helping you take care of your business. In addition to personal accounts, Walker County Federal Credit Union also offers business accounts and business lending for commercial customers. We're devoted to taking care of the needs of our individual members and helping our business members with their financial success too. Call us today and find out how easy it is to work with Walker County Federal Credit Union. Member NCUA.
Here we grow again. Tomorrow's Promise is excited to announce our third location to better serve the families of Walker County and surrounding areas. At Tomorrow's Promise, we are more than just childcare. We pride ourselves on partnering with parents and creating a place where every child is respected, loved, and nurtured in the highest quality environment. See what makes us the perfect fit for your child and their needs. Schedule a tour and learn more about Montessori.
Tomorrow's Promise Academy on Veterans Memorial now open. Visit tpms.life for more information. Education you can trust. Hey friends, Rob Hipp here for Elliott's Jewelers. I wanted to take a brief moment to let you know if you're looking for someone in the jewelry business right here in Huntsville, look no further than my good friend Elliott Herslick. He's helped me out time and time again, whether it was that wedding band that I needed a while back or that special ring for Bridget. He's always been there for me. He goes above and beyond. He's also a person who gives back to the local community. I like to do business with those who give back, and that's exactly what Elliott Herslick of Elliott's Jewelers does. Hey, if you feel like you don't know what to do, maybe you don't know where to turn, what to look for, Elliott is the person. Again, it's Elliott's Jewelers. You can visit him online at elliotsjewelers.com for more information. And when you call him, let him know that you heard from his good friend Rob Hipp. Again, it's Rob here for Elliott's Jewelers. Visit him online at elliotsjewelers.com.
Welcome to Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville, where we've been caring for your furry family members for over 4 decades. Nestled at 877 IH 45 South, our kennel is a perfect retreat for your pet. With a climate-controlled facility, spacious exercise yards, we ensure a comfortable and enjoyable stay. At Magnolia Kennel, we offer a range of options including overnight boarding, extended stay boarding, and doggy day out. But that's not all. We also provide additional pampering services like baths and nail care to keep your pets looking and feeling their best. Making a reservation is a breeze at magnoliakennel.com. We take great pride in our dedication to the community, supporting our local fire departments by providing oxygen pet masks. Stay connected and enjoy adorable pet updates by following us on Facebook. Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville is where dogs get to be dogs. Visit us at magnoliakennel.com to book your pet's next stay. We can't wait to meet your 4-legged family members.
This is Guardian Defense in Huntsville, Texas, a trusted family-owned and operated gun store and range in the heart of East Texas. Guardian Defense is your one-stop destination for Texas LTC, NRA basic pistol and rifle courses, pistol refresher training, as well as a wide selection of quality firearms and ammunition. At Guardian Defense, empowerment. PS-approved license to carry classes. Certified instructors will guide you through every facet of firearm safety, conflict resolution, and the pertinent legal aspects. Book now to become proficient and responsible in handling a firearm with complete confidence. For the eager learners, the fundamentals of pistol and rifle usage await discovery in their comprehensive 8-hour NRA basic courses. You're invited to connect with Guardian Defense on Facebook and Instagram or give them a call at 936-293-0364. You can also visit them online at guardiandefensellc.com. Guardian Defense, your reliable partner in mastering firearm safety and acquiring quality firearms in the heart of Texas.
The Oak Ridge Disciple House is a faith-based 501c3 nonprofit Christian character building ministry helping men 18 and older who are suffering from drug and alcohol addictions. If you or someone you know needs help, there is light at the end of the tunnel, and that light can be found through the Oak Ridge Disciple House. For more information, visit oakridgedisciplehouse.com. All right, our great friends, Huntsville, Texas. Great friends.
Great friends.
Great friends. I'm going to go back and count them. I'm going to use AI tools to count that for me. You know, there's got to be a service out there that counts how many times you say words in something.
Oh, I'm sure there's something out there that does it.
If it's not 100, I didn't do my job. We better say it 100 times here on the show. Welcome back at it. As we continue on this morning here, it is your show. It is Good Morning Huntsville, and Karen Denman joining us as always. Always great to have you. Just a great person to come into our community and say, you know what, we want to help. And I love that it's a national organization that has met this need. And Tricia's so right. You know, once they got here, they realized the damage, Karen, because in a way, I don't want to say that we're like this bubble, but we kind of are.
Yeah.
And if you're not here and you're not seeing what's happening,
you don't realize how bad it is until you actually lay your eyes on it. Yeah.
Even Thursday, and my goodness, in Houston, $5 billion worth of damage in the Houston area. And they, did you realize that this storm that came through Houston started in Austin, Texas, all the way to Cape Canaveral, Florida? And the National Weather Service has this thing, it's called like Drenchero or something. There's a specific word that they have for this type of storm. And what that means is it's a storm that goes over 400 miles and considerable wind damage for at least 400 miles. Well, Austin to Cape Canaveral is way more than 400 miles. And so folks in Houston are hurting. We were supposed to go to my former church. They had a big men's night. We had some guys here in Huntsville that were going to go to the Lakewood men's night. Well, they canceled it all. And there's still people, almost 1 million people without power after that storm in that area alone. And then you talk about the needs. So there's a lot of national attention, obviously, and as needed on the Houston area. But you just go an hour north, we need it as well here in Huntsville. So, but great. I love what Tricia and her folks there are doing. So.
Yes.
Well, Karen, I know you got a few things to talk about. We're going to mention what's going on tonight, but I wanted to go over a couple of on this days with. Can we do this real quick?
Sure.
A little fun here this morning?
Sure.
On this date in 1506, so this was just right before we were born, Karen, 1506, I didn't say you, I said we. So Karen was born just 39 years ago. Christopher Columbus died in poverty. Spain did not have a 401k back then, but they did have karma back then, Karen.
Is that true?
Yes. So 1639, the Massachusetts town of Dorchester opened the first public school. Until that time, parents had no one to blame for how their kids turned out. So no one to blame for how their kids turned out. Check this out, though. On this date in 1874, Levi Strauss put his blue jeans with copper rivets on sale. Can you guess how many? What did they cost? This was in 1874, the Levi jeans. I don't understand where they get this from. $13.50 a dozen. A dozen. Okay, so what's the first question that you have if somebody says a dozen jeans? Who in the heck's buying a dozen jeans? Right? Yeah. So I've never bought more than probably 2 pair of jeans at a time. The price, again, $13.50 a dozen. That's a down payment on a single pair nowadays. Back in those days, you had to tear them yourself. You had to tear the jeans yourself, you know. Nowadays they come manufactured.
Already torn.
What's up with that?
Yeah,
by the
I don't
way?
know. I don't get it.
You're not the ripped up jean type, Karen.
Well, if I can't wear it to work, you know.
Let's see. If you do the math on that, though, it was less than $1 a leg back then, you know, for a single pair. Up until that time when it was jeans day at work, well, no, people came to work. They didn't have anything to wear, Karen. Anyways, just a few there. Today is, today Cher turned 78. Cher, were you a big Sonny and Cher fan back in the day?
I loved that show, yes.
You believe in love?
I had that 8-track.
You got that one?
The 8-track, Sonny and Cher.
It's like, I got the reel-to-reel on that one. You have to use Scotch tape to play it. Today is also Be a Millionaire Day today, Karen.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how we're going to achieve that.
I don't know how we're going to do that either.
But I would sure like to know that. I'm going to skip the things you need to know because it's a lot of political stuff. I don't really want to talk about any of that. But here's today's impossible question. Today's impossible question, Karen.
Might be trivia. Might be on trivia tonight, so pay attention.
Could be. Studies show the smell of this will make you a nicer person. Studies will show the smell of what will make you a nicer person.
Well, I know what Rick Boning would say. He would say coffee. But I'm going with mimosas.
Did you really know that is the correct answer?
Is it really?
Coffee?
Is it really?
Karen Denman.
All right.
No one has ever got. Every day now we do the impossible question of the day. No one's ever got it, and we've only been doing it like 4 days now. But Karen Denman, our very first winner of the impossible question of the day. Coffee does in fact make you a nicer person. Here's a few did you knows here on this non-mimosa Monday. Did you know we don't have mimosas today?
I did know that.
20% of us have done what at one time in our life? What have they done? I would never have guessed this. Because I actually did. And I have no talent whatsoever. That's a clue. No talent whatsoever.
Sing?
20% of us have played in a band at one time. Here's another stat for today. These are did you know, very important facts that are very important as you leave today, Karen. About 24% of us are so impatient, reread the last page of a book first. I've done that. I usually go to the last.
Do you really?
I do, yes. I'm one of the 24%.
Oh, I don't do that.
According to a survey, the average woman says she had the best hairstyle at what age? Best hairstyle at what age? According to some random survey.
18.
36.
Oh.
36. So, Karen, you're just 3 years outside of it.
Yeah.
So, 25% of U.S. Uber and Lyft drivers are over 50 years old. Now, I do see that. I've taken Uber and Lyft, and usually it's a retiree now. 20% of us say we feel guilty re-gifting, but 70% of us do it anyways. Yes. I've done that before.
I have too.
Guilty. That is not true. That is not. This says 40% of women feel less attractive on Mondays. I just don't believe that one.
I believe that.
You do?
Yeah,
I think so?
Yeah.
Well, I'm not a lady, so I can't, I can't chime in on this. All right, here's a couple more of these, Karen. A recent scientific study found if you cook toast for more than 216 seconds, it's overdone. So that's the magic number, 215. Don't go to 216. Are you a toaster?
Nah, not really.
The only way I'll eat toast is if I have jelly on it. Got to have jelly. The typical home family dinner lasts 15 minutes longer now than it did before the pandemic. 15 minutes longer now after COVID. A study says swearing at work can fight off stress.
Really? Okay, that's good to know.
Karen, as soon as you walk in today, I want to encourage you, if you go into WCFCU, make sure you wear some earplugs today. Just kidding, but there you go.
Good to know. I'll just say I was trying to relieve some stress.
Wow, what year was the last year that a movie, like a bigger movie, was released on VHS? This was kind of baffled me. I never thought about this. The last year that a movie was released on a tape.
1997.
2006.
Oh.
Can you believe that? 2006, the last, and it was A History of Violence. People were violent because they wanted to tear up the tapes. They were so fed up with them. About 31 million Americans, me included, won't eat breakfast today. Are you a breakfast eater?
No, I'm not.
You and I are together. Got a couple more of these. According to a women's magazine, one of 13 ways to reduce stress is, I'll just rub your earlobes. There you go.
No.
Oh, I'm starting to feel the stress go away, Karen. Oh,
That would stress me out.
See, I get sidetracked because I think there's like a little hair right here, and it's something right there on the earlobe, Karen. Sure you wanted to know that this morning. Last couple here. Washington is the only U.S. state that has a state flag with what colored background? Would never have thought this.
Purple.
Green. The only state. And finally, the average married man sees a chick flick 4.2 times a year, and he's not too happy about it. Those are the things that you need to know. Things that you need to know today. Full disclaimer, I've said it on the show. I don't mind repeating it. Yes, I do like the Lifetime channel. Yes, I do like the Hallmark channel. I like those little corny movies. And I love I don't know, man. I love those Christmas movies, the corny Christmas movies.
Yeah, no, not me.
You're not a fan of those?
I'd rather watch Dateline or 48 Hours or something like that. Something informational.
Karen's like, turn this mess off. All right, well, there you go. There's plenty of things that you need to know today. And your mom knew, by the way, that it was coffee. She said coffee, and so that was great. And Kyle said, based on Kyle said earlobes and swearing. Got it. I like what he said. He said, "So why am I still stressed at work?"
Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Got to throw in some of those curse words too.
Got to. Hey, your mom likes the crime shows as well.
Yes.
So, there you go.
Yeah. I love those shows.
Bridget and I like those. I mean, we watch them. Oh, by the way, last night, I do have to mention this too. And then we're going to take a very brief break because I know you got to get to work. I got to get to work. We'll call our winner. But last night, I'm not like a huge American Idler. I just don't really care for those shows too. I think they've lost all their flair, if you will.
Yeah.
In fact, they said that the average winner of American Idol now is making tremendously less than what they did the first few years of the show, obviously.
Yeah.
Because who was the last one to win American Idol? The only person
I don't watch it.
Only person I can ever tell you that won American Idol was Kelly Clarkson.
Yes, same.
And The Voice, I can't tell you anyone who's ever won The Voice, even though, I used to watch it. But last night was amazing to see on the national news, or on the national live broadcast on Fox. It's so much entertainment nowadays. But they had a very well-known Christian artist sing a song, The Goodness of God, on their live finale show. It was CeCe Winans. If you've never heard of her, go to YouTube. That song, when she sang it, it was with one of the American Idol contestants that didn't win, obviously. But, man, it brought goosebumps to me, Karen. If you get a chance, and I'll post it later on the Hello Huntsville Facebook page, I'm sure they've got it clipped. It will give you goosebumps. That's how good of a performance. And it was cool to see that because you don't see a lot of those things on the national spotlight anymore, So, well, let's take a very quick break. The only reason I am is because I got to get our phone line set up. So we'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll call our winner, and we'll be right back. So stay with us. We'll be back just in about 60 seconds. More to come. This is your show. It's Good Morning Huntsville here on a Monday.
Hey, I'm Denise Olivas. Business Account Specialist at Walker County Federal Credit Union. One of the best things I hear from our members is how they love being treated like they're important, like their family. Sure, our members love things like low rates on loans too, but combine that with the friendliest and most helpful service in town, and you've got Walker County Federal, taking care of our members. It's what we do. We are Walker County Federal Credit Union, member NCUA.
Welcome to Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville, where we've been caring for your furry family members for over 4 decades. Nestled at 877 IH 45 South, our kennel is a perfect retreat for your pet. With a climate-controlled facility, spacious exercise yards, we ensure a comfortable and enjoyable stay. At Magnolia Kennel, we offer a range of options including overnight boarding, extended stay boarding, and doggy day out. But that's not all. We also provide additional pampering services like baths and nail care to keep your pets looking and feeling their best. Making a reservation is a breeze at magnoliakennel.com. We take great pride in our dedication to the community, supporting our local fire departments by providing oxygen pet masks. Stay connected and enjoy adorable pet updates by following us on Facebook. Magnolia Kennel of Huntsville is where dogs get to be dogs. Visit us at magnoliakennel.com to book your pet's next stay. We can't wait to meet your 4-legged family members.
All right, Huntsville, wrapping it up here. Time now is 8:41. Welcome back at it. It's your show. This is Good Morning Huntsville. A lot of folks interacting with us this morning, and we try to get to everybody, but it's just really tough on a day like today. And so, unfortunately, we won't be able to say hello to everybody on internet land, but we do want to thank all of you for being a part of the show, for joining in today. Karen, before we go to our 0 Degree Creations phone and text line, you got some announcements, some things going on tonight.
Yeah, trivia tonight at Rodeo. We'll start at about 6:15, so come join us for some food and drinks and prizes and learn some things that you need to know.
Yeah, things you need to know. And one of them may be what makes you more friendly.
Yeah, might be.
Smelling coffee. So if you see people walking around sniffing on coffee all day, it's because they want to feel better. And if you see people walking around swearing and they just want to...
Yeah, or rubbing their earlobe.
If you see people cussing and rubbing their earlobe at HEB, you'll know they listen to this show, right? So, but
just
cool.
Trying to relieve some stress.
Is there anyone at Trivia that just seems to be like more of a winner than anyone else? Is there like that group that has a higher percentage of winning?
We do have a group that's pretty serious. Yeah.
You ever just want to break that group up just so they'll quit winning?
Nah. No, they have a good time. Yeah.
Never break them up if they're doing good. So, all right. Well, let's head over to our phone line here, 0 Degree Creations phone and text line. We got a winner today. That should be on, possibly, Karen. Let me turn it up a little bit.
Magnolia Kennel, this is Stephanie.
No, boy, I hear the dogs barking back there, Steph.
It's been a very busy week, Rob.
Well, hey, I know you sound busy, so we'll let you go.
Does.
But, hey, we've got a gift card to Cafe Texan coming your way. How about that?
I love that place. That is one of my favorite breakfast places. Thank you very much.
All right, well, you sound busy, so we won't keep you on, but congratulations.
Have a great day.
You too. Thank you.
All right,
bye-bye, y'all.
I think that's the quickest call.
Wow, that was quick.
You call and you just hear roof, roof, and all this going on. I will say, Steph is so amazing. So we have our little dog is a Blue Lacy mix. If you don't know what Blue Lacy is, go look it up because we had no idea until we got her. She was a runaway, beautiful little dog. It's the state dog of Texas.
She was a runaway?
She was, yeah. She was a run. Is that a song? Wait, she really was. She was a runaway. She's a little runaway dog.
She's a rescue.
Rescue.
Yeah. She's a runaway. Okay.
You know how many times I've said she's a runaway? She's a rescue dog. She did not run away on her own, unfortunately, but we rescued her. There you go.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard
she's
anyone
a rescue.
Have you ever heard anyone say she's a
I have
runaway?
not heard that. So, again, things you need to know.
Things you need to know. Don't be dumb like me and say that a dog is a runaway when it was a rescue dog. But she's so sweet, and there's never been anyone that can bathe her, and Steph over at Magnolia Kennel was able to bathe her. She didn't give me any problems at all. So I'm saying that because if you need your dogs a place to go to Magnolia Kennel, and Steph Valley will take care of you. Karen, anything else going on at the credit union? I know we talked about please come in and sign Cooter's card. We'll have that there
yes,
for the
come
remainder
by
of the
and
week.
sign. If you can't sign, call me at the credit union. Call my cell if you've got it, and tell me what you want, and I'll write it on there for you.
Awesome. Did want to remind real quick before we go, and we'll be talking about this week, our Rays of Hope is on June the 6th. And so if you can please do us a huge favor and save the date, June the 6th at the HEB parking lot. Steph Valley Magnolia Kennels donated a beautiful gift basket, and we're going to be putting that in. I'm trying to decide. We were planning on doing an online auction to help raise funds for some of these flood victims, but we may end up doing that as a raffle. I haven't completely decided yet, but she has a beautiful gift basket, over $100 worth of stuff, and Carolina Creek has donated some things as well. So we probably still will do the online auction. I just need to get that up this week. But save the date, Rays of Hope. We're going to be blessing 5 area nonprofits and 3 families from the recent flooding here in our community. It's on June the 6th from 7 p.m. or from not 7 p.m. to 7 a.m., from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. We're not going to be there all overnight. So 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., please come out and be a part of Raise a Hope. We are looking for canned food items, any type of items for babies, diapers, those kind of things, and we'll have the full list. And you can also donate money as well, and we'll be giving that back to 5 area nonprofits and also 3 of the flood victim families here in our community. You guys are a big part of this as well, just like so many other events, and we appreciate y'all's support and many others for being a part of this year's 2nd annual Rays of Hope.
Yes.
We'll save you a T-shirt. It's going to be beautiful, little blue background like that, Karen.
Oh, that is pretty.
And on the back it'll say, I watch the Hallmark Channel just for you, Karen. So.
And we will not be here Monday. Just a reminder, Memorial Day next Monday. So,
yeah. But you guys are you get the Monday holidays. Did you know that?
We'll take any day they fall on. I don't care. We'll take all we can get.
By the way, the Karen Denman pool, what do we say? The summer pool series?
Summer pool series.
Summer pool series. Karen will be selling tickets to that, by the way. What is it, $500? It's like a VIP pass to join Karen and her friends over there at the pool. $500 for a VIP pass.
Yeah.
And Mama Daly gets in for free.
Yes, she does.
All right, well, that'll wrap it up here, friends. We got a great week lined up, so make sure that you join us. Jason Thompson, Guardian Defense, will be with us tomorrow as we continue promoting the good in our community. And, in fact, I need to call Jason because tomorrow's HLI. So we may not be. We'll probably do an early show tomorrow. I apologize for that. Mary will be joining us on Thursday, Mary Bisecker, and then Leah Linebeck will be with us on Friday. So we do have a great week lined up. As always, please, friends, get out there and make a difference this week. Somebody, I guarantee, needs some help. When you think about all the people in our community, and that is the inspiration today, as I end the show, reminding you that we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We really do need each other. Please provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody out there needs you. Karen, thanks for being here today. Have a great day.
Thank you.